Guys, I'm going live with Kia, and this is our first time. We gotta try to get it together. We're trying. We're gonna get it together, you guys. I hope we get together. I don't want to be out here by myself. I don't want to be on live by myself. Shoot, I'm shy.
My hair looks so crazy.
Okay, try again. Okay, it says it's waiting for you now. Connecting. Oh, we getting somewhere every day.
Hey! Golly, that took forever. Because I think the Wi-Fi in the house is all bad. I'm here with my family. Everybody say hi.
Hey.
Oh my God. Sadie Pooh.
Look under the squash.
Sadie Pooh, say hi. Okay, she ain't saying hi today. What up, though,
All the
y'all?
family is out of the room. I don't want no disturbance.
It's fun over here. I came to my brother's house. How's everybody doing in Corona quarantine?
Stay in.
Killer, what's up, Coco?
Trying to stay busy.
It took me a minute to get on. Everybody staying safe? You're inside?
They better.
I know. I came to my brother's house because it was just, you live in Manteca? It was just way too, I was in my little apartment, like, going crazy, driving my son crazy. Like, clean
Yeah,
out the
especially
pantry.
big rent. I have fellow people that live with me, so we good. But not hella
Yeah,
people.
so
I have a big I got kids. Taylor said it's boring as hell. I know she's in her place by herself.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I can.
The Wi-Fi was... Okay, good. Oh, it's boring. It is boring. Okay, I'm going to sit right here because it looks like
It
I
really
got
took
Wi-Fi
us a
right
minute
here,
to get together.
I'm going to sit here and not move. Okay, good. Y'all turning the TV down? So Monique, minor wax extraordinaire. I have some questions for you.
Yes.
It was some questions that I posted.
And if you guys have any questions, you guys
so tell us, how long you been waxing?
10 years.
10 years. You are seasoned. Okay, can you tell us the difference between, let's start with this question.
Okay.
Tell us the difference between sugaring. How is sugaring different from waxing?
You know, I don't know a whole lot about sugaring. It's not something I ever really looked into or been interested in looking into. I do have a friend. Well, she's my neighbor in the salon, so I'm going to consider her my friend. But she does sugaring, and I do want to get her on here because I would love to learn about sugaring. Again, I'm not interested in doing it, but I do want to learn about it. I do know, I think it is a little bit cooler than waxing. The temperature is a little cooler. And I think you use just like that ball that you make, you just use that the entire time you're waxing. To me, it feels like it's a lot of pressure on your hands, and I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Some people love it, but it seems like it would be a lot of pressure on your fingers. And we work with our hands like crazy, so that's why I haven't been interested in doing it.
Yeah, your student.
One of my clients, she did try sugar before, and she did not care for it because she felt like it was really pulling. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, one of the students that you train, she's doing waxing and sugaring, so she is going to town. So let's talk about hard wax versus soft wax.
Soft wax sucks.
Why? Because I'm not a waxer, but
yeah, I used to use soft wax when I first started, and it was just messy. It is not. I feel like it's not great for the skin. Like it can irritate. I saw it irritate the skin a little bit more. It does remove a layer of skin off instead of just the dead skin cells. I feel it's just uncomfortable. It hurts more. It gives you like a little sting after. Have you been waxed with soft wax?
I have.
And you've been waxed with hard wax?
I have.
I feel like there's a little sting after you move the soft wax.
I don't really have a preference because waxing hurts.
Waxing is not that bad. That's because you haven't been waxed by the right person.
Well, I got to get in where I fit in. So someone else asked me, plus size. What are some plus size wax tips? Because she said those tables are way too small for us.
So the table is not too small. Don't feel like that. Don't feel uncomfortable. Our tables can hold up to 300 pounds. Mm-hmm. So don't feel uncomfortable thinking that something's gonna happen to the table with you on it. But as far as making sure you are getting into the cracks and crevices, there's different ways that you can position them. That's actually a really good question. I should do a video on it with a plus size woman. But you can, so their legs are like this when they're on the table. Mm-hmm. You can put their legs out to kind of hang over. I hope my hairy armpits are not showing because we can't wax right now.
They're showing. They're showing. I'm having to. Dang it.
I didn't think about that before I put this shirt on. But anyway, their legs can hang over the table on the side. So you can bring their legs off to the side. That way you can get in a little more. And just, be comfortable with moving the skin out the way and getting it. It may take you a little longer because when you are moving the skin out the way, you may have to hold the skin for a moment until the wax sets up and dries. So it could take you a little longer. But there's ways to do it, and you can make them feel comfortable. If you need them to help you hold, you can do that too. They already know that that's a possibility, so that's not going to make them feel uncomfortable. At least I haven't had anyone that feel uncomfortable. They normally just do it on their own.
That thunder dye be having me sweating. I got it. And I be like, whoa.
What does?
I said, my thunder dye be having me sweating trying to hold my own leg. Speaking about sweat, how embarrassing is it? Because when you are plus size, it's kind of hard. I mean, you sweat. Your tech is sweating. The person doing the waxing is sweating. You sweating. How do you keep it dry down there while you're waxing?
Well, your wax tech should not be sweaty. They know what they're doing. If they sweating over there and they don't know what they're doing, then you need to get up off that table. We keep the room pretty cool. Anyone, no matter what size you are, when you're nervous, you sweat. And people sweat. So I will just blot you down, but I try to keep the room cool as well. And during the summer, we do have AC in there, but during the summer, I will bring in a fan because you can't wax properly. The wax won't set up properly if your skin is warm or if you're sweating.
I have a really good question because we're all in quarantine. Someone wanted to know how safe is it to wax at home?
It's
and
not.
Do you know? No, that's a no. Because they have the microwave waxes. Hey, Melinda. Hi, Kayla.
Yes. And I've had a client who's burnt the shit out of herself with the microwave wax. How can you tell the temperature of that wax?
Yeah, that's true.
And especially on yourself, different areas feel the temperature a little more. So no, there's no DIY waxing at home, waxing properly. Thank you. Okay. Look, one of my clients is on here. She said, "No, girl, wait. We're going to be hairy in this together, okay? Trust me. I'm hairy right now. It's
Don't
okay.
do that. Don't do that.
Y'all, my legs are hairy. My vagina's hairy. We're going to be hairy right now.
Speaking of underarm waxing, at this moment, I haven't waxed because I have it's a blackhead under there that I tried to squeeze the hell out of, and it's not going. So... I think it came from me waxing myself. Y'all, I wax my own underarms. And I'm going to go ahead and need to stop that. But because it creates ingrowns, right? And I have a blackhead. I can't get it.
Mm-hmm. You need to exfoliate. And the reason why that can happen is I've waxed my own underarms too. Mm-hmm. I don't like to do that because you cannot really get a good like direction and pull. So you could end up breaking some of the hair, which is going to cause ingrowns, or you're just going in the wrong direction, which can cause ingrowns. But just exfoliate the area. Try not to pick, squeeze at your blackheads or ingrowns because they could end up getting infected. Just when you do come in and get waxed, I can remove that for you. Look, one of my clients, buy her shea butter bar. There's a shea butter exfoliating bar you can purchase, and I can mail it to you right now. But you can use that to help exfoliate under. How can you tell the temperature of that wax?
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
and
especially
then on yourself, different areas feel the temperature a little more. So no, there's no DIY waxing at home, waxing properly. Thank you. Look, one of my clients is on here. She said, "No, girl, wait, we gonna be hairy in this together, okay? Trust me, I'm hairy right now. It's
Don't
okay.
do that.
It's,
Don't do that.
y'all, my legs are hairy. My vagina's hairy. We gonna be hairy right now. My
Speaking of underarm waxing, at this moment I haven't waxed because I have it's a blackhead under there that I tried to squeeze the hell out of and it's not going. So I think it came from me waxing myself. Y'all, I wax my own underarms and I'm gonna go ahead and need to stop that. But because it creates ingrowns, right? And I have a blackhead. I can't get it.
Mm-hmm. You need to exfoliate, and the reason why that can happen is I wax my own underarms too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to do that because you cannot really get a good direction and pull. So you could end up breaking some of the hair, which is going to cause ingrowns, or you're just going in the wrong direction, which can cause ingrowns. But just exfoliate the area. Try not to pick, squeeze at your blackheads or ingrowns because they could end up getting infected. Just when you do come in and get waxed, I can remove that for you. Look, one of my clients, buy her shea butter bar. There's a shea butter exfoliating bar you can purchase, and I can mail it to you right now. But you can use that to help exfoliate under.
I have a question about periods. When we're on our periods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people seem to think it's terribly nasty. I have waxed bikini wax while women were on their period. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's probably not recommended, but how often do you see that?
No, I see it all the time. It's totally okay.
Okay.
And it's not that it's not recommended at all. They can come in and get it done. You just need to know that you will be a little bit more sensitive on your cycle. So you will feel the temperature of the wax a little more, and you are going to feel the pull a little more, the hair removal. Just make sure that you do wear a tampon, and let me know about it.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. Let me know you're on your cycle, because when I'm waxing, and if you have your string tucked in, and I don't know that you have a string there, when I'm waxing it, I can get a lot of wax on that string. And when I remove that, it's gonna be very uncomfortable because I'm gonna end up removing your tampon too. So let me know so I can be aware of where the string is and I can move the string out the way.
Okay.
And
so
let get on it, but I do keep tampons in the salon, and I will give that to you on your way out to change it.
See, ladies, you can wax on your period.
Yes, my client's here. I made her feel really comfortable when she was on her cycle when she came in. It's normal, but let me know about it. And if you think that you are off your cycle, if you're like, it was my last day, I'm done, still wear a tampon because you can still have some spotting. And I've had that to where someone has gotten up my table and there's spotting there. Now,
I
if
can't pause this, but you
don't
guys,
do that,
there are
you're
other
not
things
gonna
that
know
you
that you
could
spotted because
wear. There
things
are
before you have a chance to even turn around and see if
cups.
there's
I'm
anything
not
on the table.
promoting or
But
saying that you
for
always
an
wear
extra day, you
tampons.
just got on it, just put a tampon on, just
Whatever's best for you to
so you're comfortable.
hold in.
Nikki, my
Your
girl Nicole in
cycle.
the building, she's talking about who the hell wants to do that. Nikki, listen, if you're going on vacation, blood,
Or people who are just dedicated.
or people, but I can wait. If you're going on vacation and your cycle is there and she is booked up, you're going to go ahead and do that. Let me know.
But there's some people that don't feel comfortable. So if you contact me, you're like, I just started my cycle, I want to cancel my appointment or reschedule my appointment, that's fine. I'm not gonna be like, no, you need to come in on your cycle. No.
Yeah, because it'd be a full blown red man concert over here. I can't do it when I'm on my cycle. I can't have it. Someone wants to know, are you sensitive when you're pregnant? You have a lot of pregnant clients?
Yes. Yeah. It's your hormones. So yes, you are a little bit more sensitive when you're pregnant or when you're on your cycle because your hormones are different at that time. Even waxing someone when they're pregnant to make them feel comfortable in different positions. Like if they get bigger, I don't have them pull their legs up over their up to their chest because it's very uncomfortable for them. So them, I will turn them on the side. I'm just talking about the back strip. Them, I would turn them on the side to do the back strip. And I don't like to do this with my clients because I think it's so uncomfortable. But if you are pregnant, you need to feel comfortable, and I will put you on your knees to wax you as well.
So Nicole says she's never waxed a kitty cat. She's afraid. Can you make us unafraid?
Yeah, you just gotta go in and do it. It's not gonna feel great. I'm not telling you it's a painless wax, but it's quick, and sorry, I was just reading a comment. But it's very quick, and you will love it after. It's just get through your first 2 waxing. You'll be in and out in 15 minutes. We talk through it, make sure that you're talking through it as well. Yeah, it's really not that bad. And people are so afraid of it. You don't have to be afraid of it. Come in, get it done. Guarantee you will be addicted. I've had clients that have cried on my table, not hysterically crying, but cry a little bit on the table because they're so nervous and they think it hurts so bad. And as soon as they get up, they're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And they book their next appointment with me.
Now, okay, this might be a random question because when I got waxed, okay, so usually because you have hair down there, it just goes, you just squat and it's like going in one place because the hair directs it, right, when you pee. Now, when you're not waxed, you gotta squat a little different. Is that true?
Where are you squatting at to go pee? You need to be sitting on the toilet.
I'm talking about when we're not at home. I'm so serious. I gotta be like, hold up. Wait a minute, sit a little lower. So yeah, anyway, this was supposed to be raw nut cut. That's why
I'm trying to think of when the last time I squatted to pee.
Okay, next question.
No, I think you can pee just fine. It's not going to go everywhere.
Okay, so I have a question.
Someone following us has a question too, so we'll do that after your question.
Is it recommended to wait 24 hours for sex after wax?
No. For going to the gym when you're going to be really sweating, it is recommended. But to have sex, no, it's not. I used to say that when I was using soft wax, just because it does irritate your skin. And if your partner has hair and going like rubbing up against it can irritate. But with hard wax, no. As long as you leave my studio, you can have sex as soon as you get in your car if you want to. You're gonna be fine. Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Okay, so that's a myth. Okay. What was the question?
Mm-hmm. But if the soft wax, I used to tell people that.
You guys, you do not have to wait. So we don't have to wait. Can you hear me?
Oh, shoot. I think you're breaking up a little bit.
I didn't move. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I said, so we don't have to wait. Coco said she ain't waiting. Most of them ain't waiting. Hi, Sadie.
No.
Come say hi.
Actually wax. You better go show it off. You better go show it off. That's for
The pretty
wax.
kitty. The pretty kitty.
That's when you walk it out like this. Hi. You feeling good. Even when I come back, I come home and I'm like, baby, I got
Let's see here. I got waxed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they want to know how naked do they get for a wax?
You know, that is a funny one because sometimes people will come in and they're like hesitant to take off their underwear. They're like, "Do I take off my underwear? What do you want to have waxed?" Yes, you need to remove your underwear. So you will keep on your shirt. You can keep on your socks if you want to, but your underwear will be removed. You gotta get naked, just like you go to your gynecologist. You're gonna. So there was one. I can't really hear you, but I'm gonna go into one question someone put on there. They wanted to know my one question on here. She asked if like what's my funniest or craziest wax story with a client. You get a lot. There's a lot of things. I don't know if there's anything too crazy with a client, but I can tell you my craziest wax story with myself. What has happened to myself? When I first got my very first Brazilian ever, I did in cosmetology school, which back then I don't recommend this, and this is why people need to continue to get educated in Brazilian waxing, because they don't teach it a whole lot in school. Are very detailed in school, but I got a Brazilian wax myself, and one of my girls did, and they were using the soft wax on us. We were tore up. Before we got the wax, we went over to the little liquor store by the school and got shots, and I think we had like 2 shots of tequila, and then we got wax in front of the entire class. It didn't hurt that bad, but when I got home, I was raw. Like, I was burnt, skin was torn, I was raw. It was really bad. Because students were just practicing on me down there, and they were trying to remove the hair as best as they could. And I remember doing my butt strip. I got on all 4. I couldn't stop laughing, because I was already buzzing a little bit. That's when I was a little winkling, drinking. 2 shots had me buzzing. But I was laughing. And I remember one of the girls was like, "You need to stop laughing because your booty hole is going like this." So that's my funny story off of mine. Yeah. I can hear you. Has anyone ever passed gas? It happens. Yeah, I can hear you. I heard your question. It does happen. And I've had people come in and they're like, when I tell them to put their legs up, they're like, "Oh shoot, I hope I don't pass gas." You can pass gas. Your legs are up. I'm pulling the strip there. You're a little uncomfortable. It can happen. You can totally pass gas. I'm not going to say nothing if you don't say nothing. And we're going to keep on moving. I won't laugh. Don't worry. I'll act like it didn't happen. We're going to keep talking through it. But it can happen. It can happen. Anyone watching have any other questions? No. Little head popping in.
We had a real huge delay. Her and I
I
really
think
have to
Jay is
get
in
it
the shower.
together and
Should pop in here and say
figure
hi.
out these lives during
Right.
quarantine.
No, there's no health benefits in waxing. Really, waxing is just for you to feel comfortable, cleansiness, sexiness. It's just for you to feel comfortable. And cleansiness is huge. There's no health, but you know, like if you're on your cycle, or like you said, when you pee and you got that drip, when you wipe, if you're not wiping with like a wipe, then I feel like that pee is still on there. Or like if you're on your cycle and you use a pad, this happened to me when I was younger, before I started shaving and stuff and using pads, I would have like, blood in my hair. And that's gross. If you can't get out that great. So it's just about being clean. It's about feeling clean.
So, waxing versus shaving versus nair.
Don't fucking nair. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I will tell you my story with nair too.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. I think was I in beauty school at this time? I think I was in cosmetology school. I tried to nair my vagina. And I burnt the shit out of myself.
Yeah.
The shit out of myself. It was on there. I think I was on the phone. I don't remember who I was on the phone with, but I was on the phone, and all of a sudden it started burning. So I freaked out, hopped in the shower, grabbed the washcloth, tried to wipe it off, and it shredded my washcloth. I was raw, burnt red.
How the
Red
hell
down there. Like the red bone came out in me. It was bright red.
How long did you leave it on?
Long enough to burn the shit out of me. I don't know. But that's what Nair does. Nair is a chemical that burns the hair off. So it burned the shit out of me. And it actually happened to a client of mine too. She Naired her arm, and she actually had to go to the hospital for her arm. And she had, I don't know what degree of burn it was, but she got burnt really bad on her arm. So Nair is not something you want to fuck with.
Now,
period.
What? Now, shaving. That's so funny.
Shaving, I don't recommend shaving either. It's just cutting off the hair. It grows back extremely quickly. You're shaving all the time. It's irritating when it grows back. It's a little itchy. The hair grows back coarser. You can get razor burn. And how often are you changing out your razors? Like that razor sitting in your shower can get rust on it. You're supposed to change it out. I forget. I do have a video on YouTube where my business partner is talking about razors. Go check that out because she's very familiar with it on how often you're supposed to change out your razor and stuff. But that's just gross to shave. Sorry. Just get it waxed. I think you might have frozen again.
We definitely are going to have to get it
Hey,
together.
by Heidi.
This freezing stuff is not working out. But we tried for y'all.
Can you hear me? Because you lost me.
You're cutting out, baby.
Okay.
Who do you pick the same
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So someone wants to know about getting their chin and face waxed. How do they keep them from growing longer? She wants to know, how does she keep her chin hairs going for longer than a week? Every time she waxes her chin or lip, it grows back really fast.
So everyone's hair growth is different.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of hard to answer because if you are getting it waxed and they're getting it from the root, then it should definitely grow back slower than if you were to shave it or Nair it. But it really depends on your hair growth. That's a question that I could only answer, I guess, if I have seen the client a few times. Mm-hmm. Then we can understand their hair growth and why it's growing back like that. But everyone's hair grows differently.
Okay, a couple more questions and then we out of 5,000. Hair bumps versus ingrown hairs versus genital herpes. How do you know? How do you know the difference? Is there a difference,
Yes, you will know the difference. It doesn't look the same.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture of herpes.
So because I know some people fear, I've gotten from shaving. Trying to hurry up. It's date night. Shave real quick, different directions, hair bumps. Came up literally a couple hours later.
Mm-hmm.
So I know those.
You can get ingrowns from waxing too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Herpes on.
And I know we're supposed to exfoliate, but how often? For instance, if it's my first time getting a Brazilian.
So you want to exfoliate. Oh, yes, honey. So you could tell the difference. Sorry. Let me see if I can look at the picture. Better. Like bigger. That is herpes. Okay. So Don't tell them, oh shit, you got herpes, you need to get up on. Let them know, today we're not going to be able to wax you. I do want you to go and follow up with your gynecologist and then contact me again to reschedule your appointment. Just because I see a little irritation is what you want to say. We are not allowed to be like, bitch, you got herpes. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Go get checked out. Go get checked out.
We can't do that.
That's gross.
Ain't no more this way.
All right, so maybe does anybody have any questions? I was gonna say, any advice to newbies coming to get waxed that are afraid? Any advice for those that are afraid to get waxed, mainly Brazilian? We can handle everything else, but mainly the Brazilians.
You know, that's funny that you say that because I do have some clients that come in and the Brazilian is nothing to them, but they're nervous about like waxing their legs or waxing their underarms. But a Brazilian is really nothing to them. They're not nervous about that. They're nervous about their legs. So let me show you what an ingrown hair really quick. I will answer your question.
Okay.
But here's some pictures of an ingrown hair. I just want to show you the difference between them. Actually, this is a good... Can I make this one bigger? So you see the difference between...
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a bump. Mm-hmm. They're just bumps.
Okay.
Like that one
Yeah.
has a blackhead in it. So there's a huge difference between an ingrown and herpes. But advice on getting your first wax, if you are uncomfortable, try to relax. Some people said I should get some tequila in my room so they can have a shot when they come in. Maybe after all of this shit, I'll do that. Just try to relax. If you have questions, feel free to ask me them. You can ask them before your appointment too. You can reach out to me by email, text message, but just relax. And when you come in, I do try to make you feel relaxed as well. Everyone on their first time comes in a bit nervous and they leave out completely comfortable with me giving me a hug. But just relax, know that it's going to be quick, get in, get it done. That's all.
Yeah.
Make sure that you shower before you come in. Make sure that your hair is grown out to the right length. It should be about 1/4 inch long, like long as a grain of rice. So I would say about about 2 weeks after shaving. Make sure that before your appointment, you're exfoliating the area 2 to 3 times a week. You can exfoliate a day or two before your appointment as well. That'll help hair come out. Do know that if you have been shaving on a regular and you come in for your first appointment, that's not going to be your best wax that you get. I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about look. Like there could be some hair that's a little shorter because our hair goes on different growth cycles. We have 3 different growth cycles that our hair grows on. So it will take up to like your 3rd or 4th wax to really start seeing your growth cycle and to have cleaner waxes.
Okay. Cool.
But during your appointment, I will walk you through all of that.
Y'all go see Monique Minor. This was fun. So we should do this again. The hot seat.
We should.
Whenever we get out of quarantine. Well.